Hello everyone, welcome. For those of you that have been here before, welcome back. And for the newbies around here, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. Here on my channel, I usually talk about locks or nursing. Today is going to be definitely a lock video. As you can see, I have locks. And so if you like what you hear, if you like the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also the notification bells just so you can you get notified whenever I put a new video out. I try to do that at least once a week. So let's get right into it. Today I wanted to talk about all the pros, all the upsides to having Sisterlocks or Microlocks. This is going to be interchangeable because they're pretty much the same thing, other than the fact that Sisterlocks are a branded item or a branded product versus Microlocks, which is what you would call the generic part of the product, but they're pretty much interchangeable. They're just a small size lock, right? So today I wanted to talk a little bit about all the pros, and especially after having my locks. March, let's see, at the end of March, it's going to be 3 years that I've had my locks. It's been awesome. It's been a great journey. I highly recommend to all my natural sisters out there to lock up the hair, sis. But anyway, in the 3 years that I've had my locks, I had, an idea of all the upsides in the beginning, but now I have discovered even more, I would say, advantages or pros to having locks, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So the first pro that I wanted to talk about is the fact that Sisterlocks and Microlocks are so versatile. It's a little bit different from traditional locks. Like, I feel like traditional locks are not as versatile. You can't do as much with them. I had traditional locks a few years ago, maybe like it was more like 10 years ago. And then as they kind of matured and got bigger, I just really didn't like them anymore because I couldn't do as much with them as I thought that I could do, and so I just kind of cut them off. But I feel like Sisterlocks and Microlocks are definitely more versatile. And what I mean is this: in the beginning, you go through what is called the quote-unquote ugly stage. I don't like to call it that. I like to call it the less desirable stage, because I don't think my natural hair is ugly like ever. And so when you go through that phase, that ugly stage or ugly phase, you can still do stuff with it. A lot of people end up wearing wigs or even putting braids on top of the locks in those infancy stages. But really, your loctician is going to tell you to leave them alone. But of course, with your loctician's blessing, you can kind of do things with them in the beginning to get through that stage if you're feeling like you really cannot walk out of your house with your hair the way that it looks in the beginning. This is all kind of like in the beginning stages. And so you're able to, like I said, do braids, wigs, weaves. I was actually in a wedding a couple months ago, and the bride wanted us to have a certain hairstyle, and my locks obviously did not fit into that hairstyle. And so the hairstylist basically put my hair in flat twists and pinned these hair pieces to my hair, and at the end it didn't even look like I had locks. So versatility, and I'll post a picture of how it looked at the end. But versatility is amazing. So that's in the beginning, and then once they mature, then you can literally wear them like your loose natural hair. The only thing is you're not going to have an afro. That's just kind of par for the course. But you can wear it down, you can wear it up, you can do all kinds of styles. Like, if, let's say, your natural hair hung down like the way our Caucasian counterparts, like the way their hair hangs down. If your natural hair hung down, all the things that you could do with it, you can do with Sisterlocks or Microlocks. And so it's very versatile. You can do a whole host of things with it. The second pro that I wanted to talk about is actually something that I didn't realize in the beginning, but I have definitely realized it now, and I find that to be a huge benefit. Is the fact that Sisterlocks and Microlocks are low manipulation for your hair. So really, you're not doing because you're not doing wigs, weaves, braids, cornrows, stuff like that. You're not pulling on your hair as much, and that gives your scalp just kind of time to just breathe and just make hair, which is what your scalp is supposed to do. And so for me, what that translates is that my edges have gotten so much more fuller. So I'll post a picture over here somewhere of what my edges looked like before I got my my locks done, and what my edges look like now, and I'll show you guys. So if you can see, my edges have grown in so much. Like this, I had like no hair. Obviously from the picture I had no hair here, but now I have like my little baby hairs that can still kind of slick down, and then I have this, you know, this one is a fairly new lock that was done afterward. And then of course over here, you know, it's not all back because I'm still missing some hair over here, but I mean my hair, my edges have definitely grown a lot. This was a brand new lock that she put in, and so, you know, the low manipulation can really help your hair to kind of rest and relax and start to grow. I know that for me, because of the fact that it's so low manipulation, obviously my edges, the front and the back, have definitely grown back in, and I find that to be hugely beneficial. The next advantage or pro that I wanted to talk about is money. Now, anywhere you'll look, you'll find people say, oh, Sisterlocks are so expensive, Microlocks are so expensive, how do you afford it? So the way that I look at it, I was never a big hair person. Even before I got my locks, like I would do my hair myself. I never really went to stylists and stuff like that, so I didn't really spend all that much money on my hair before I got locks. I'm definitely possibly spending more money now because I just never, you know, did that before. But the way that I look at it is the hair freedom that it affords me is priceless. Like I couldn't put a price on that. Like I find that my expense now in doing my hair to be absolutely worth it. And I have a video actually on how much my Sisterlocks costs and what the maintenance costs, and I will link that at the end of the video just so you can watch it and see, you know, and kind of you know, price it in your head. And also it really depends on where you're located. But if you're somebody that gets your hair done a lot, you get a lot of braids, you get a lot of cornrows, wigs and weaves and stuff like that, that could really add up. And so having your hair locked is going to be a huge money saver for you, because yes, in the beginning, the initial stages, the initial stage in the installation, when they go in and put in the locks initially, that's going to be pricey. That's going to be definitely something that you're going to need to like save towards, or do, you know, figure out how you're going to pay for that. But then the maintenance, which I go and get my maintenance every 6 weeks, and every 6 weeks I pay $130 for them to retighten my roots. And you know, every 6 weeks, that's, you know, I can't even do the math right now, but that's however so many times a year. If you calculate that against what you're spending now a year on your hair, I bet you, if you are already somebody that constantly or very regularly goes to a stylist, that's going to be a big money saver for you. And your hair looks awesome all the time. Your hair, you never have a bad hair day, at least for me. I don't think that I've ever had a bad hair day since I've had my locks. And then the other big thing also that's a big money saver is that you're not allowed to use any hair products, and so you just don't buy any products. You really don't use any products at all, and that, I know for some ladies, is a very big money saver. I use rose water, which costs like $6 from Walmart, and then my Cream of Nature shampoo, which I think is like maybe $10, and that lasts me about 6 months. So you know, that in addition to my maintenance is in my eyes, in my opinion, very worth it for me, because I wake up and I go, I don't have to think about my hair, I don't have to worry about my hair, and so that to me is a huge pro. To talk a little bit more about the hair freedom, like I said, I get up, I go. When I wash my hair, I wash my hair, I dry it, I go. I, you know, whatever style I want to put my hair in, I just get to do it up, put it up, down, whatever, and then I go. Sometimes I'll have my hair, and like usually the way that I go to bed is I have it parted down the middle. I have a braid here, I have a braid here, just to kind of keep it loose and to kind of keep my curls. And I will drive to work like that. And then once I'm in the parking lot at work, is I undo everything, and then I just kind of, you know, fluff it out a little bit, and I walk into work. And this is how little maintenance or little time and energy and effort it takes on your part. And that is one of the big reasons why I love it. I'm a busy mom of two. I work, and so I just don't have time to be spending all this time on my hair. And so I see that as a huge advantage. And again, no hair products. Like, how amazing is that? Like, having to figure out which hair products works for your hair, which one defines your curl just the right way, and how much it costs, and how often you have to buy it, and wash day, and having to figure out set apart time for that. I mean, you have to set apart time to go get your hair retightened, but it's nothing like some of the wash days that I hear some ladies have to go through. And so no hair products. I mean, I feel like that's a win-win situation. So talking a little bit more about the maintenance. So like I was saying earlier, and it depends. Your loctician might say that you need to be maintained every 4 weeks, every 5 weeks, 6, 7, or 8. So usually it's about every 4 to 8 weeks you're going to go to get maintained. And when I say maintained is that word that you'll hear a lot, retightening. So that's when they go and retighten your roots. And your loctician's going to say whatever, however time, whatever, in between your retightening, you're gonna go get maintained. You literally go, you sit, she does all the retightening, you leave. If she has you wash your hair before you come in, some locticians do that. They have their clients wash their hair before they come in. Mine always washes my hair while I'm there. So you get a shampoo and stuff like that. And literally that's the only maintenance you need. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. You just go between 4 and 8 weeks. Don't go too long without a retightening, because that could really hurt your locks. But you go every so often. You go, you sit, she does the maintenance, you're out of there. I find that to be super low maintenance and super non-painful and completely worth it because of the end product. Like, again, never a bad hair day. Your hair always looks good. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that Sisterlocks and or Microlocks can be self-maintained. I am definitely not one of those people. I think that maybe as the prices of retightenings go higher and higher, I'm going to learn how to maintain it myself, because I'm cheap and I don't want to spend a lot of money. But I also have over 400 locks, so I don't know how far that's going to get me. But this is something that you can learn to do yourself. YouTube has tons of videos of how to learn how to retighten your own hair, and there's tons of lock ladies out there that do it, and their hair looks amazing. So it is something that you can do at home. Something that you can maintain at home if you're one of those people that is really good with your hair and can do it and can maintain it yourself. And that, again, money saving. That's gonna save you more money. A lot of us can't put weaves in our hair, or can't put braids in our hair. I definitely can't do any of those things. But I will definitely, I think, teach myself or learn how to do retightening, so that down the road somewhere, I might be able to do it myself. And that's it for this video. I hope that was helpful. This is, I think, is a good video for somebody who's considering getting either Sisterlocks or Microlocks, and you can see kind of like all the good things, all the advantages. What I'm going to do next time is I'm going to do videos about all the quote-unquote disadvantages. I don't really see them as disadvantages, but disadvantages or cons, or things to really think about before you get locks. If there's something that you don't feel that is going to be sustainable or conducible, then that's going to be something that you're going to need to really take into consideration. But I'm going to do a video on the cons also. But thank you so much for hanging out and for watching this video. Again, if you like it, if you like the content, if you like this lock content, please hit the subscribe button. Share this video with other people that are maybe considering locks or that already have locks. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.